And what's up, everybody? Ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The Wednesday morning edition of Wake Up Mintzy, presented by the fine folks of Dude Wipes. It's summertime. There's no product you need more when you're out sweating, running around the country in this heat. Well, it's actually beautiful in Chicago. But if you're in the deep south, then Dude Wipes, taking over the toilet paper world. One use of Dude Wipes will change your life. And I'll tell you what else will change your life. Being joined by Stu Feiner on Wake Up Mintzy, because there's no one I'd rather wake up with and get the high energy going on this Wednesday morning. And as always, we are not live, thank God. Stu, sun's out, guns out for the Office Olympics. How are we doing this morning?
Guns out. Here we go. Let's go. First of all, Ben, I love you. Second of all the constituents that are listening to Wake Up Mintzy, I love you. Tyler, I love you. Barstool, I love you. God, I love you. I love everyone. My friends, my enemies, and the people that I put in their grave and are dead. I especially love you.
Love, alive or dead. Love. You can just feel the love fest. It's everywhere on Wednesday morning, not live from the Barstool Sports office in Chicago for Wake Up Mintzy. Well, also,
go
ahead.
Can I say something? Sorry to
the world is your oyster, Stu.
When you say live, are we on a 20-second delay or we're totally being taped?
No, it's like a 60-second delay.
Oh, a 60-second delay. Okay,
very
good.
It's like a 60-second delay because of past transgressions. So there's the don't button. But I mean, who better than
sorry.
Hey, there you go. I mean, you get these two personalities together. You never know what the hell could happen. So, Stu, a lot of stuff going on. As always, I want to touch on some Barstool stuff that's going on this week. Office Olympics going on. I believe we've got a video from Moody. I carried the opening torch yesterday. Moody, do we have the video of me being the torchbearer so Stu can see it?
Let's go, boys. I love this. I didn't see this. Oh, look at this. Oh, my God. You look like the State Puff Marshal of Mellow Man, but cuter. And for everyone out there, I would. I mean, if you're not dead, I would, but I literally would. This is great. Look. Who thought of this? This is unbelievable.
Okay, gotta catch my breath.
Oh, why was it hard to run in that?
No, that's just for video.
Oh, you would go.
Yeah, I just did that for the just messing
You are performative.
Yeah, of course. And then I ran. Shout out Tom Lee.
Ben, well done. You pissed on LeBron James holding the torch.
Yeah, of course. No, I mean,
absolutely.
Who's LeBron James when I can carry the torch? But yeah, no.
And for my money, I'd rather watch you do anything than Simone Biles. I mean, I just want to share gut level.
There you go. I mean, pure athleticism.
Nothing against her, but I have never. I keep stepping on you. I'm sorry. What I want to say is I have never been into the Olympics as little as I am now. I've watched nothing. Zero, zip, nada. Now, it's on one of my 5 TVs every day, but it's only like background. I just can't get into it. Even the guy that came from behind and won the 1,500 meter and won the gold, I don't know. I don't feel it this year. I just don't. Normally I do, but I don't. I was in Atlanta, Georgia. I was at the Olympics. I sat next to the president of AT&T for all the events, me and Sandy. We were 30 minutes from getting blown up at the Atlanta park, but we were in a hotel banging. So the bang I heard was me and Sandy banging instead of the banging from what happened there. I'm just not into it. I am American. I am a pure red-blooded American, but I'm absolutely not into it. And can I say something? Because I'm getting absolutely trolled and absolutely blown up. I am not Kamala Harris's vice president. I don't look like him. I am not him. I have nothing to do with him. It's not me. Can I just share gut level and say that? Because people think I look like him. They're sending me pictures. Hey, Stu, congratulations on getting the vice presidency. Not me. Nothing to do with me. It's not me. I just want to say that.
Okay, well, we made it clear. Stu is not Tim Walz. the new VP candidate for the Democratic Party, and that's as close to. We just want to make that abundantly clear to everyone. Stu Feiner is not going to try to be the next vice president of the United States. I'm sure the background check would be interesting, to say the least.
Thank you.
Yeah, to say the least, if that happened. Well, also, so I want to touch on the Office Olympics going on, a bunch of stuff going on at Barstool. As always, the stool never stops. PMT having a huge time out in Grit Week. Check out the Part of My Take they released today with Antonio Pierce, the Raiders coach. They were in L.A. They interviewed Jim Harbaugh. They went to USC and hung out with USC basketball coach Eric Musselman, did a bunch of drills. I mean, Part of My Take, Grit Week, they just kill it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they're an institution. They're the greatest for a reason, but the content's amazing from them. Also, just shout out to Wonton Don. I can't say enough how much respect I have for Donnie. He's over there doing live streams off his backpack at the Olympics, meeting as many people from different countries, going hippo mode in the, I don't know how to say it, the famous Paris water thing. It's SIENE, the scene. Is that how you say it? CNA? I don't know. Anyway, not very cultured. The sin. But anyway, Donnie's out there doing the Lord's work. He crushes it. Follow Wonton Don. I think I know everybody knows how good of a job he does, but he impresses me more than almost any, he just does such a good job, and he deserves to hear about it. So that's great content. Office Olympics going on. So started yesterday, 3 days long. Stu, I had to sumo wrestle yesterday, and I believe we've got the video of the footage. I had to go up against KB and Chief. Not a very good draw, having to go against KB, who was a college wrestler. Moody, do we have the footage?
KB, an actual wrestler. This could be bad for him. Bad luck for the boy.
That's it. KB dominated.
Yeah,
KB domination.
I love that costume. It looks like three pre-tanks banging into each other. It's unbelievable.
So
I had no shot. I mean, listen. They're wrestlers. What are you gonna do?
I mean, I just don't understand. So I was in the sumo wrestling. I had to go against them two, and then I had to go up against and then I had a second match where Rudy and them ganged up on me too. Both matches, two people just run at me and shove me off the thing. I mean, like, what am I, the biggest threat? Like, what the hell do I know about sumo wrestling? Clearly, I'm a lover and not a fighter.
People are jealous of you. They're jealous of your autonomy. They're jealous of your uncancelability. These are Stewisms because they're not actual words. They're jealous of the way you carry yourself. Men want to be with you. Women want to be with you. Very low key. Your family has a ton of money. You know what I mean? 100,000 acres. You are who you are. The only living gambler at Barstool that's actually a winner. Documented. Pull up Ben Men, $600 and some odd $1,000. I know that Dave Portnoy had like a $5-6 million year winning so far, but he's still down in his lifetime. So in reality, you're the only winner. So there's an undercurrent, although I don't think you are, let's say, the biggest at Barstool besides Dave would be, let's say, Big Cat, then I guess Ryan Whitney, and then I guess
there's a lot of it. I would say Spit and Chicklets.
You would go Taylor Lewan, but you're as big as them. You're as big. Your aura is the biggest. When you walk into anywhere, people jump on you. It's as I know this. So it's jealousy, it's underlying hatred, and they're trying to undermine you.
I love it, Stu. Keep pumping my tires. Let's go.
No, but that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? If Barstool goes out of business, so they let you go. If you went on your own, it's Mincy is equal to Barstool Sports. You must see, no matter what you do, whether you succeed, whether you fuck up,
well, it gets back to
drinking and drugs, whether you go to jail or whether you just go to Mississippi and ride around on your 100-acre house in the tractor giving fuck yous. You must see, Ben. I mean, you might not know it, but people know it. Reactions. You know what I'm saying?
You freaking tell them, Stu. The must see is when I mess up more, unfortunately.
Must see.
Thank you.
Yes. So in any contest forever, you're going to get undermined. You're going to get put against the best of the best. And they want to embarrass you. They want to eliminate you because they know then the content flows because you constantly talk about it. You complain about it. You whine about it like a little bitch. You put on a dress and you get the fucking sympathy vote. Otherwise, when you succeed, you're like God, Jesus, Moses, Allah. We know this. We know this, man. You know, I hold you in the highest esteem at Barstool. You're as close as anybody I have there, and I fucking love you. I mean, that's all I got to say.
I love you too, Stu. I could just feel the love this morning. Let's go, boys.
Let's go. No, let's go.
Ready to roll. Ready to roll.
I got to pay the bills, so I'm going to throw in a quick plug here. Cameo.com/StuFinder. Now, I have been doing shout-outs on my own for a decade. Before Cameo even existed, before they were a thought, before they were anything, just like I was doing what Barstool does 30 years before they ever existed, okay? Before Dave Portnoy called me in 2016 and I put Barstool on the map. And in the 90s, I put the seed in Dave Portnoy's head with his father and his uncle on the couch while they watched me. And Dave said, if this fat slob Jew can do this for a living, I can do this for a living, which would be entertain people, be like shocking, funny, and eye-opening and must-see, and involve gambling. I'm the reason Barstool exists. I'm the reason Dave Portnoy came up with the idea, and that's the bottom line. So my point is this. I joined Cameo, and I'm like 6 years late to the party.
Well, you had your own Cameo. You used to do the shout-outs on the Be Like on the Stu, on your other website.
No, I still do. I still do a BeLikeStu.com shout-outs. I do my diving shout-outs. I do my running shout-outs. And I do elongated shout-outs where you could have anything in the background. Cameo is just strictly the phone in front of you. So the owner of Cameo came to my house. What a great guy, Steve. The best guy ever. And Nick, one of the salesmen at Chicago that's been haunting me for about 5 years, didn't listen to him. I should have listened to him. Because now I have I'm building a multi-million-dollar a year business on Cameo. And there's 141 people in these fantasy football shout-outs. I'm number 6.
I'm in there. I'm in there too, and I'm way down there. Don't forget about me if you need some fancy.
But no one pays you. No one. I didn't even know.
I got a few now. I got a few.
Have you even wrote one? Are you even on the board yet?
I've been doing.
Say no, because I saw
I'm not on the top of the board. No,
you're not even in the top 130.
I had a big year with it last year, though.
I'm not talking last year. I'm not talking last year.
Honestly, you're only as good as you and I both know. You're only as good as your last envelope. I get it.
No. That's exactly what I was saying. So I'm 6th right now, and I'm trying to pass Tank. Now, Frank the Tank has like 10,000 videos. He charges very little money. People love Tank. Not as many as, people love Tank. So he's everywhere. So I'm trying to catch him, but he lost too much motherfucking weight. That's my point. He lost too much weight, and it's hard to catch the motherfucker. Because even at 525 pounds, that guy could fly. Now he's like you and me running a marathon. I can't catch him. So I'm trying to catch him. My goal is to pass Tank on the leaderboard, and then I'd be successful. So my point is, whether you're doing fantasy, birthdays, anniversaries, bachelor parties, Cameo.com/StuFinder, Cameo.com/StuFinder, Cameo.com/StuFinder. I'm done pitching. I'm all yours right now. If you need me to blow someone, I'll get on my knees.
Nope, nobody. Best at promotion in the whole world, StuFinder.
Thank you.
Speaking of Tank, by the way, I want to see what your opinion. You see, he threw the first pitch at the Mets Rockies last night. Tank wearing the Rockies jersey. Tank wearing the Rockies jersey.
Well, listen, you have to prostitute yourself out. You have to whore yourself out. And listen, you have to read the room. You know what I mean? You have to read the room. You know what I'm saying? 4 years ago, they wouldn't give him a free beer or a free hot dog or even let him in a stadium without him paying. Now he goes in VIP, in a limo, walks out like he's the Beatles. Everybody hugs him, loves him, wants to be him. He dances with everyone, and he throws out the first ball. So he's on another level right now. Tank has surpassed even his wildest dreams, even Barstool's wildest dreams for him.
Oh, no doubt.
And we gotta really say shout out Jakes. I mean, Jakes made Tank who he is right now. Now, Tank was always great, always brilliant, smartest guy in the room, a little like butts, but Jenks has honed in his skill to make him legendary right now. I mean, it's unbelievable what Jakes did. So although Tank is the substance, Jakes is the only reason Tank's this big. Jake is the singular reason Tank is this big. And to be honest with you, the only reason Jakes works at Barstool, again, is me. Because for 9 months when people hated Jakes and thought he was a little creepy, I'm going to use the Democratic word right now, creepy, really creepy, I gave him credibility hanging out with him every weekend at my house with Tank. So I just want to say I'm so responsible for so many great things happening on the QT behind the scenes. I don't get paid for it. I don't get the accolades. So I have to shoot my fucking mouth off and tell you how great I am. Back to Tank. He's the best there is.
Speaking of Tank, too, Tank's Army headed to Rough and Rowdy by RNR.com. Mikey Betts, part of the Tank's crew. Loser leaves town match against one of the Abel brothers. Mikey Betts, I mean, I don't know. Jinx kind of got him roped into that losers leaves town gimmick. I mean, if his job's on the line, I mean, the Abel brother works for TSA. I mean, what's he going to lose that match and lose his job at the airport? I feel like Mikey Betts has a little more to lose here. He's been training. We had him in the studio, ByRNR.com. 20 fights, a bunch of new fighters this time. Dave Portnoy, Big Cat, Robbie Fox on the call. The weigh-in is Thursday or tomorrow in Wheeling, West Virginia. Nick Traney's going to be there too. Going to be an awesome product. ByRNR.com Friday night. Can't wait. You know, we're all killing some time till football season. There's no better way to entertain yourself than by watching Rough and Rowdy on Friday night. So ByRNR.com, and you'll be thankful you spent that $29 to support Barstool Sports and watch a hell of a product because it's a lot of fun. I know you're a big Rough and Rowdy fan.
And I think the hype that they've done in this dead month of August, where they don't really have any actual superstars per se to make the main event, I think gotta say Frank's done a fabulous job. Jenks has done an incredible job. Dave, as always, does an unbelievable job owning Rough and Rowdy and creating the hype and the property that he owns. I love Rough and Rowdy. You know me, you know you. We love hype.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing is more hype than Rough and Rowdy. You get 20 amazing fights. You get these ring girls that have gotten nicer and better wearing thongs. You know, at the very beginning, you had slobs. You had pigs. You had women that you wouldn't fuck with, your worst enemy's dick. Now, I'm hard the whole show, and I'm looking at it. So you get sex, you get hype, you get energy, and Mikey Betts is going to murder this Abel brother.
Yeah, we had Mikey Betts in here yesterday, dude. He's
going to murder him. He's a big fucking guy. He's very soft-spoken, and his wife's a fucking 10, by the way. Have you ever seen his wife?
Yes.
She is a motherfucking smoke show. She's a 10, and she's pregnant. There's two things you never do. Don't fight a guy that his wife is pregnant and his job's on the line. Trust me, he could knock out right now Mike Tyson because he's laser focused. Abel brothers, Cain and Abel, anyone is going down. Mikey Betts would murder anyone because his wife's pregnant. He's going to have a baby with no job. Nah. It's not how it works. I love that Jenks put him in that position to put him against the wall. And I love that Dave owned it, Jenks threw the hooked Dave in the fucking mouth, reeled him in like a bitch. And Dave doubled down on it saying, yeah, whoever Abel brothers never being at Rough and Rowdy again, they're a signature. Whether they win or lose, and they always lose, they're must see. I love watching those fat slobs. I love they barely can talk. What do they have, an 8th grade education? Come on, let's be real right now. If I see an Abel brother, they're parking my car at one of the restaurants I go to when I drop $2,000 on dinner. Mikey Betts is all class, super nice, super soft, but he's a big guy. When he cracks to fight him personally, because I'm 63 and I'm 5'4 3/4, I'd need a bat to crush him. Never fight him. I saw him beat the fuck out of some guy in a parking lot.
Yeah, I saw that video too.
That guy was a Marine. That's a little suspect. I mean, that's suspect. It's very cloudy. I don't even know if that's fucking real. I don't even know if he could fight. I've seen him hit a bag. When he hits the bag, his hands are not up by his head. So in reality, in a real boxing match, he would get knocked out. But he's fighting some fat slob pig that can't box at all either fell out of the ring, and the only thing that guy could do is eat a twin cheeseburger, large fry, vanilla milkshake, and not spell his name with crooked teeth. So there's no way Mikey Betts loses. I say it's the 1 million star, $1,100,000 bet. Bet your life, bet your children, your mortgage, your house unresponsibly on Mikey Betts. And it's a must see. Gotta buy it. What is it? $30, $35?
It's $29. BuyRNR.com.
That's the greatest value in the world. $29. You can't even get a cup of coffee and a scone at Starbucks for $29. What are you talking about? It's the greatest value ever. Dave Portnoy, congratulations and thank you for bringing Rough and Rowdy personally to us in August. I can't wait. It's what I'm doing Friday night. It's what I do every time Rough and Rowdy's on. I wish I didn't get hurt. Otherwise, I'd be a Rough and Rowdy champion. But I'm old, I'm decrepit, and all I could do is just wish that I was in the ring.
Well, speaking of that, Stu, I always love how you share your health journey. Just share everything publicly. So you had your pinky surgery. How are we feeling? You had surgery?
It's good. Now, 2020, these two fingers right here would not close. They were like this, like the Crypt Keeper. And 7 cortisone shots on them. Didn't work. So what they do is they cut the tendon here, and then it releases it. So it worked. Now, all of a sudden, my 2 pinkies on both hands locked. So on my right hand, they put like 3 cortisone shots in it. It worked. On the left hand, did not. So I needed the same surgery. So they cut the tendon. I'm in rehab right now. Come Monday, I'll be able to do heavy weights and swim, and I'm back. And what happens is your body just breaks down when you're young. When you're old. So that's why I personally believe to this day, and I still believe it, even though I'd be dead, 60 years old, they should just shoot you. So, because then the economy would flow. You would only have young people. You would have everybody just gregariously growing and fucking. You wouldn't need any of these drugs to fuck. You wouldn't need nothing. 60 years old, they should cut your head off and kill you. I think that, like, if I was president, that's the first thing I would do. I would kill everybody 60 and above because they're in trouble. They're running up all the doctor bills. All the pharmaceutical companies would not control the world anymore because they would have to keep everybody healthy for a quick period of time. Then also my prostate, which as a man, a lot of people, I think the leading cause of men dying is prostate cancer. You got to really be careful. So I run extremely high. My PSA is supposed to be under 3. Then all of a sudden, Ben, I go to the urologist every 3 months, and they hit me with a 7.3. Like 7.3 normally equals cancer. Absolute. The big C. The big fucking C. So, of course, I'm shitting in my pants. I'm scared. They roll me under that full MRI for 35 minutes. They say, what music do you want to listen to? I choose The Who. Always, that's what I choose. It's my go-to. And then all of a sudden, you hear for 30 minutes, so you really can't hear the music because that's what you do under an MRI. The sounds spin your molecules so that they can check out if you have cancer. Thank you, God. No cancer. Cancer-free, cancer-free, cancer-free. So it's things you worry about when you get older, cancer, your prostate, not getting hard, coming a second time. These are things that is the only thing important in life. Then you can't eat what you want no more. I got to watch it. Now, my food's been, I wouldn't say very good. I lost 2 pounds coming Monday.
I saw you're down there 194. I watched the Monday morning. The first thing I do is wake up and watch the Stu Finer weigh in, and then I go weigh myself. But
thank you. 1.7 million people every Monday do. So I'm glad you're part of that group. Thank you. And I don't take it for granted. First of all, I don't take it for granted. So I'm pot-free, marijuana-free for well over a month right now, and sugar-free for well over a month right now. And there's 3 meals. So whatever I choose to eat during that meal, it doesn't continue into a horror show, continue into a nightmare. So that's the key. So like my breakfast is, let's say, 800 calories, maybe 1,000, maybe 600. My lunch is the same. My dinner is the same. So I'm keeping it between 2,000 and 3,000. And that's manageable. It's not really a food plan. It's not really a diet. but I'm not 262. I'm not binging. I'm not smoking. I'm not calling my coke dealer. Shit like that happens. So I'm a work in progress. I'm a glorious failure in the eyes of God. I go back to my roots when I was in the 80s, being in the rooms. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thy will, not mine, be done. Amen. So my health, I'm a train wreck, but for Stu Feiner, I'm an excellent train wreck.
There you go. There you have it. Well said. Well, glad to hear you're doing well on it. I feel like I'm on a good kick. I've been eating I've been eating like super clean during the week. There have been a couple mistakes on the weekend. We're human. I've gotten to where, Stu, I walk to and from work every day, and that gets me 15 miles a week right there. I'm a mile and a half walk from work. And so with the weather being good, if I just walk to and from, and then I was in the weight room at 7 a.m. yesterday. There you go. I need to start doing it more. But I feel like I'm on a good kick. I've been dropping a little bit lately. I feel like I'm, you and me are the same. We up and down. I'm 247.6 Monday. I mean, I was 237 when I ran the half marathon last December. So we got to get back there. But I feel like I'm on the right path. I'm on the upswing. We're closer to 200 than 300, and that's a big mental thing. And my clothes are fitting. I don't think I look. I mean, I look fat, but I don't look like obese. So there you go.
No, what hurts you, and I personally, I would say that it's death to you, is that you're so good looking that even when you're obese, you look in the mirror and you go, I look great, because you do look great. You have a gorgeous face. You have a gorgeous complexion. You have bedroom eyes, a fabulous nose, perfect ears. Your cheekies are like, I want to give me here. Women just want to pinch you they want to go, oh, hello. They want to hug you. So I think that hurts you, because when you look in the mirror, you're like, I don't look bad. I look great. And you do. So I think that fucking hurts you. You'd be better if you look like me, which is ugly. Like when I look in the mirror, I'm ugly. Like there's no two ways about it. I'm ugly. Then when I look at my belly and I'm like, I'm fat, I got to take action. It hurts you because you're gorgeous.
Well, and my thing's weird. It's all my weight to my gut. I don't have an ass, and like my legs are fine. And then I don't know. I just hate it when it's my chin. That's like the chin thing's the only thing I'm like subconscious about, because we're on camera. So much. Well, Stu, starting to get excited about advisors. I mean, what are we, 30 days out?
Listen, I live for it. I so live for it. Now, last year was actually a major, major, life-changing, unprecedented adjustment, because this is what I do. I wake up every morning, I do my prayers, I do my meditation, and when I'm healthy, I work out, okay? Then I eat my breakfast, and then I'm ready to roll. I don't need to shower. I don't need to get dressed. I jump in my pool, I do my 30 laps, and I'm ready to roll. So I go from my bedroom down the stairs to my office, and that's it. And then once a week, I would get in a private Uber. When I say private Uber, the same guy I've used for 6 years. Shout out John. Picks me up, drives me to New York, hour and a half. I do the show. I bang back in the Uber. I'm back home. So last year was have to take a plane, have to sleep over. It's so much more labor intensive.
Yeah, it's commitment.
Last year. It's incredible. It's actually work. Last year was the first time I ever felt like I had to work with Barstool to do Barstool Sports Advisors. So how I dealt with the uncomfortability, how I dealt with the insanity of the planes always being late, and then you got to sit there and you got to smell the people in the airport that do not shower, that smell like sewers, that smell like horse shit, that it was just absolutely disgusting, and it's impossible to diet in a fucking airport. What I did is...
Dude, I used to binge in airports too.
Right, exactly. I blow every diet in the airport. Shout out Carmen Rossi. So Carmen took me under his wing and said, Stu, I have a hospitality group in Chicago. I own 50 restaurants that I'm involved with. I'm connected with 50 different ABCDs. So he graciously took me and Sandy, and we ate everywhere for free. We spent, the bill was like almost $80,000 fucking dollars that he ate for me and Sandy, and then you.
Oh, I contributed a lot. Shout out,
Carmen.
A
lot of people. Yeah. So in other words, that's how I dealt with it. But this year, now I'm a man. I put my big boy pants on, grabbed myself by the balls and said, there's no complaining. Have an attitude of gratitude. Be grateful for who you are, okay? Although you created Barstool, although you're the reason that everyone has a job at Barstool, you're the reason that Dave Portnoy is not selling odor granules or maintenance chemicals or office supplies or clothes or food. You're the reason, okay? I'm grateful at 63 that we have the #1 sports gambling show in the world. It's me, it's Dave, it's Jersey Jerry, it's Big Cat, it's Tommy Smokes, it's Ashley. So I have such an attitude of gratitude. Like, I immediately spit an email and a text. No, it was a text to Dave Portnoy when I went to the Barstool Olympics. That was one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life. First of all, I'm like this with Taylor. I'm like this with Will. Those are my boys.
You're talking about beer Olympics. Beer Olympics.
Yeah, beer Olympics. I would die for them. They allowed me to fly out and be participating as an alternate in the Beer Olympics. But it was Barstool and Dave that paid for me to go there and to stay there with me and Alex. So I have an extreme attitude of gratitude. And like Big Cat said, we're doing this show forever, ever, ever. So I am so pumped for Barstool Sports Advisors. I am so pumped to win for the clients, win for the company, be on an epic, amazing winning streak, and to just bring the heat, bring the energy, bring the intensity, bring the laughs, bring the things that they got to bleep out, bring the things like Hank shakes his head and goes, no, that's not going to make it to fucking air, Stu. You're a sick psycho fuck. Get it together. Can we get on point? But when Big Cat is hysterical laughing and can't catch his breath, and Jersey Jerry is fearful about what I'm going to do and then comes in like the ringleader, it's better than sex. It's better than food. It's better than eternal life. It's better than if I could cure cancer. I would rather sit at the Barstool Sports Advisors set because I fucking love it. I love it. I live for it. I'm very grateful to Dave Portnoy. I'm very grateful to Barstool Sports. I'm very grateful to Big Cat, and I'm very grateful to you.
Well, I can't wait because it just gets you back around in Chicago. I love that you come every week. You know, it's just fun to get to hang out. We had that too. I hope the Tuesday night dinner club rolls on because, like you said, shout out Carmen. That was really fun getting
that. Goes without saying.
Yeah, go.
Now, Carmen might not pay every week now, so I better pick some fucking winners because I don't know if Sandy's going to let me drop $80,000 on fucking dinner over 20 weeks. I don't know if that's going to roll. But look. Listen, push comes to shove, everybody, we go Dutch. Everybody pays their own way.
Yeah, no, down.
I mean, I want to see how many people come if they got to pay their own way. It'll be you and me.
I'll still come. I get off a little. The not drinking keeps my tabs a little lower, so I can do it. All right. NFL season coming. I know, obviously. Yes. You know, we're all getting excited. I want to ask you, you're in the middle of New York, Jets. What do you think about Aaron Rodgers and the Jets this year? Are they going to make a run?
They're going to win the Super Bowl.
They're going to win the Super Bowl.
They're the best defense in the NFL. They're going to have the best offense in the NFL. They're going to play the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. It's going to be the Eagles against the Jets, with the Jets winning. Saquon Barkley is going to be the MVP of the league, right behind Aaron Rodgers. Now, listen. First of all, if Aaron Rodgers did not get hurt last year, they win the Super Bowl last year. This year, they have a better team. They are totally loaded. They're 18-1, under the radar. No one thinks they're going to do anything because it is proven from what happened last year after 4 plays that they are always the Jets, Jets, that have a cloud over them, that if what could happen will, bad things always happen. They have the buzz here, which is absolutely incredible, they have no confidence in Robert Saleh. They think he's a joke. They think he's a clown. They think he is Aaron Rodgers' puppet. The MO and the narrative in New York is that Aaron Rodgers runs the team. He tells Woody Johnson what to do, how to do it. He tells the GM who to have on his team, who to not, and basically he's running the entire show. Now, if you really look at Aaron Rodgers' career, he's been a bust for the last decade. He's been a choke artist last year in the game where he had to beat Detroit to go to the playoffs. He was 2 years ago, before he went to the Jets. He has really choked in the playoffs. So I believe his career is on the line. To solidify his epic, legendary status. Because I believe you put everything together, he's the greatest quarterback that ever lives. I hate the guy. I hate him with a passion. But I believe healthy with the right people around him, you can't beat him. He's equal with Joe Montana, which I consider the best quarterback ever. Joe Montana is better than Tom Brady. He's better than Tom Brady every single day of the fucking week. 4-0 in Super Bowls, 16 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Fuck this narrative that Tom Brady's the best. If Joe Montana was playing now and you couldn't kill him, Joe Montana would throw for 9,000 yards and 150 touchdowns and never lose a game. He would go back, 17-0 seasons every single fucking year. But that's a point for another day. So the Jets are going to be the best team in the NFL. I would say 17-game season, 13-4. 13-4. I think the Eagles are going to be 12-5. I think this is their comeback and their resurrection. And I believe it's going to be Eagles, Jets Super Bowl, Jets winning it. Finally, the Jets get off the snide. We get a Super Bowl under our belt. And then I hope Aaron Rodgers retires and then dies. Now, I did a video a couple of days ago. I don't know if you saw it, where I said to Aaron Rodgers is, although he's worth $300-400 million, and he doesn't talk to his family because he is a lowlife and a scumbag, and he's hated by his family. Think about it. His family doesn't talk to him. That is the sign of a human being. His family hates him. He doesn't talk to his family. He's a lowlife. But he has a house in Green Bay he's been trying to beg someone to buy, give away. Started at $16 million. Went to $14 million, went to $12 million, went to $10 million. Right now, it's on the market for $8 million. I told him, he wins the Super Bowl, I buy it and take it off his hands. He wins the Super Bowl, I buy it and take it off his hands. So, Aaron, if you're watching me, I'll buy the house that you're stuck with in Green Bay. And then you know what I'm going to do, Ben? I'm going to burn it to the ground. I hate Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to burn it to the ground because I hate Aaron Rodgers. So that's what I think about the NFL right now.
The Jets. So the Jet. Okay, you're big on the Jets. Jets. Where do you have Pat? You talked about your quarterback rankings. Where do you have Patrick Mahomes right now on the quarterback rankings? You think he's got?
He's number one. He's
number one right now. He's won 3 Super Bowls.
No,
already.
He's the best there is. He's the best there is, was, or ever will be. But he has to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? He has to keep doing it. I think that Andy Reid is arguably the best coach that's ever lived. I think he's brilliant. I think in a 2-minute offense, he's brilliant. I think he knows when to step back and let Patrick take over. And Patrick runs like Aaron used to. He runs almost like Joe Montana used to. He runs almost like John Elway used to. They can improvise, almost like Brett Favre used to. They can improvise. They can make something out of nothing. And that's why he's the greatest quarterback that ever lived. Probably he's going to go down. Right now, Aaron is and Joe Montana is, but Patrick is right up there. It's like Tom Brady can't do that. Tom Brady can't improvise. He's got no legs. He's got 0 legs. Fabulous arm, highly intelligent, clutch, never chokes, but he has no legs. He can't run. So if you don't give him a great offensive line, I mean, Tom Brady's dead. He's dead. Now he gets rid of the ball in under 3 seconds. Yes, but Patrick Mahomes does things that you can't plan for, that you can't scheme for. Best there is.
Yeah. I think Mahomes is going to be the best of all time. And he's already
won
3 Super Bowls.
Always.
Yeah.
You loved him always. When they gave him that $500 million contract, I said that was the worst money ever spent. I have to detract from that. I have egg on my face. I have shit on my face. I have piss on my face. I have to humbly say I was wrong. I was so wrong. I was dead wrong. And the guys cost me money in back-to-back Super Bowls. Because I'm going against them. I got my dick kicked in.
Yeah, well, in public, I get that, though. I thought, like, that Chiefs-Niners Super Bowl, the way that line looked, I understood. I understood why you took the Niners. I thought the whole thing looked really weird. My thoughts, I like the Bengals this year. I think people are kind of sleeping on Joe Burrow because he got hurt last year. They're the one team that's proven they can beat the Chiefs in playoff games and big games. They're like, I've seen them at like 15-1, but I would, if Burrow can stay healthy, Chase is in a contract year, I think the Bengals are kind of the team. I think it's got the best chance of knocking down KC if anybody could. But I also think it's 5 years later, the Burrow and Chase won the national championship in New Orleans Super Bowl. So kind of, could that get run back 5 years later? That would be quite a story. But I'm getting stoked for NFL. I know you love football season too. We're getting close. Ravens Chiefs is the Thursday night opener. College football week 0 soon, but whatever on that. That's 2 games. Season starts Labor Day weekend. This is like the only month of the year. Usually I'm like, I want time to slow down because everything moves fast. I'm ready for this month to fly by because I'm ready for freaking football season, Stu. 12-team playoff in college football is going to be great too.
So ready. Can I just say my 5th cup of Stella Blue? Drinking Stella like it's water. I love it.
I know. I'm already out. I've been chugging the ice. Do you like the Stella, but do you like the iced coffee? Or do you like the hot coffee more?
Hot. 100-degree weather. I want it hot. I drink coffee so hot that it burns my throat going down. I love the intense energy it gives me. I love that I shake after 4 cups. And I love that it's hot and it makes me sweat like I am now. I'm sweating like a pig. Because I am a pig. So I'm sweating like a pig.
Well, yeah,
I like. It's crazy. I didn't mean to step on you. This is the 5th time I've stepped on you here because I'm not really good on these Zooms.
We both got a lot to say. It is what it is.
Yes, exactly. I just want to say that fuck you, Roger Goodell. Fuck you, you scumbag, low-life pieces of shit, and fuck you, everyone that runs the NFL that has ruined preseason football over the last 4 years. Now, I want to say why. I make not anymore, but I make between $50,000 to $250,000 during preseason football because when everyone played and the games counted, it was like stealing money. It was like betting fixed games. It was a license to print money. Now, it wasn't fixed, but I was able to watch all the coaches on leading into the games, what they said and their interpretation of the games and their mindset and their game plan because of preseason football meant nothing to them. So you were able to literally bet on Team A that literally wants to win, that has 2 or 3 quarterbacks vying for the position, that has 2 or 3 offensive linemen that are key, defensive linemen that are key, against the team that is loaded and could care less, and they're going to play their starters for very limited time. So I was able to tell my customers to bet their life's savings, mortgage their house, sell their stocks, and go all in every single week. And I swear to God, I was well over 65% in preseason football because it's like stealing money. If you pay attention, if you're studying 10 hours a day, I was able to kill it in preseason football. Then we have a beefy monster bankroll to roll into the regular season. Now, that's not the case because now nobody plays anyone. Now it's like a fucking joke. Now when I tell someone to bet 10,000 or 50,000 or 100,000 or my $100 million, $200 million players that can bet unlimited money, they don't even care if they win or lose. They're like, Stu, this is a joke. I'm not betting this shit. And they're right. So for me, it's murdered me that preseason football is dog shit right now. But I'll tell you what's not dog shit. The New York Giants played the Detroit Lions Thursday at MetLife Stadium. Shout out Tom Kennedy. That's my son Ryan's best friend. They won the Nassau County Championship in 2012. He was a receiver on the team. Then the next year, he again won the Nassau County Championships. Back-to-back years, they both lost in the Long Island Championship, unfortunately. But Tom Kennedy is on the Detroit Lions. He's a receiver. He's trying to make the team from the shotgun. He's been on the practice squad. Last year would have been his best shot, but he got hurt with an injury. So this year, first of all, Dave Campbell loves him. The team loves him. And he was when Frank the Tank and Big Cat and everyone was here like 3 years ago. They're swimming in my pool. Tom Kennedy came in the backyard, and Frank the Tank torched him, shredded him because he heard he was on the Detroit Lions. And then Tank fired, his normal MO of how the Lions suck. This is before they became great. Lions suck. And then that year, Tom Kennedy came in the game and threw a touchdown. Big Cat retweeted it, said, Frank, how about this? It got almost 9 million views. So on Thursday, preseason has a personal part in my heart for Tom Kennedy. Shout out Tom Kennedy. Shout out Detroit Lions. Now, the Detroit Lions are an elite team.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think?
They can win the Super Bowl. They can win the Super Bowl. No two ways about it. Best offensive line in the NFL. A coach that really has ice in his veins. Doesn't give a fuck. They're loaded offensively. They're loaded defensively. they're a team that could be very, very dangerous. I think they could be the sleeper. I had them the sleeper last year to win the championship, win the Super Bowl. They can win it again. No two ways about it. They're phenomenal. Yeah. Their offensive line is the key. It's the best offensive line in the NFL. You have a great offensive line. You know, they have a great quarterback. They have a ton of receivers. They got running backs, and they got an unbelievable defense right now. The best defense I think Detroit's had in their history. They're dangerous. I don't want to play them. I don't want to play them.
Yeah, they had that 24-7 lead in that NFC Championship. I think the thing with them, I agree with you. Nobody likes talking about offensive line stuff, but they have the best line in the league. My only question with them, their secondary was a little bad. Like, they have really good run defense. They're good up front. They tried to improve the secondary, drafting Terry and Arnold, bringing in Amik Robertson and some guys. If their secondary improves, I don't disagree. What do you think about Green Bay this year? They have a lot of momentum at the end of the year after Jordan Love developed. It seems like the NFC North could be tough.
Packers are unbelievable. Packers could easily win the Super Bowl. I mean, it is an offensive-laden team right now. Offense is everything. As great as your defense is, if you don't have an offense, you got nothing. Their offense might be the best in the NFL or top 5. I mean, Jordan Love is phenomenal. He's got so many young wide receivers, and he's loaded.
No doubt.
I mean, he's absolutely loaded. Again, another great offensive line. He's a great quarterback. He's unbelievable. The teams you got to really be careful of this year are all, I believe, in the NFC. Okay? Detroit, Houston, Philadelphia. Those are my
Houston's
three
teams. The AFC South, but they're in the AFC.
Oh, all right.
But they're going to be good.
I mean, Detroit and Green Bay, and then my AFC team. I'm sorry, I'm flummoxed. Houston is loaded. I mean, they are loaded at every position. They're deep. They're so deep. They have too many wide receivers. I mean, you and me couldn't make their wide receiver.
Yeah, now add Stephon Diggs. They already had Tank Dell and Nico Collins. They add Stephon Diggs. CJ Stroud. I thought he had the best. He had the best rookie year as a quarterback in like NFL history last year.
I'm scared that they could beat the Jets in the AFC and go to the Super Bowl. It easily could be Houston, Detroit. There's no two ways about it. Houston, Detroit, Super Bowl. Easily. No two ways about it. Houston is phenomenal. I mean, they're not a fluke. They're not a joke. He is the real deal. That whole team is the real deal. And love the head coach.
Yeah, D'Amico Ryans, it's crazy how fast they turn around because he was like their third head coach in 3 years. They're like a joking organization. But no, I mean, they got elite corner in Stingley, elite left tackle in Tunzel, C.J. Stroud, franchise quarterback, loaded receiving core, Will Anderson, the Bama pass rushers. Dude, I don't disagree. It's incredible what they've built in such a fast time. All right, next few weeks, you're watching BioRNR.com. You're watching Rough and Rowdy Friday. How much longer is that?
How much? One more thing.
Of course.
Can I add one more thing? Okay. So what I do is Stu Nation includes a lot of people that have been with me for 40 years. And what they do is in their unique individual city, they watch the local teams. They read the local newspapers like I could do if I go online, but this is a quick fix to doing it. They send me clips of all the head coaches when they do their interviews, and then they send them to me. So all the teams in the NFL, I get little clips of the head coaches. D'Amico Ryan has to be the most impressive individual and human I have ever seen in my life. I have had like almost 50 clips the last 2 weeks that I've watched of him. He handles the room so like a president. I'd vote for the guy for president. He is so smart. He articulates exactly what he's going to do. And I believe that he is the most impressive head coach I've ever seen in my life. Ever. It's no joke and no fluke how they went from a dumpster fire, really having an incredible roster 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. They traded away everyone. That was a horror show of an organization. They were the joke of the NFL. And now I put them in the AFC. I mean, I'm a Jet fan, so I have rose-colored glasses. So are the Jets going to win Super Bowl? I fucking hope so. I'm touting them. Houston's much better than the Jets. Houston might be. They're as good as Kansas City. They're as good as Baltimore. They're as good as anybody. But the clips that I've seen of D'Amico Ryan, I want to say right now, hands down, he's my favorite head coach in the NFL. He's amazing. Like, for example, if you watch the clips of Robert Saleh, guy can't even talk. Guy's a joke. Guy backpedals. Guy's wishy-washy. Guy's like, I don't even know what's going on. I wonder if Aaron Rodgers is in his ear and tells that fucking puppet what to say. That's what I want to say. Shout out to Mika Ryan. Shout out Stu Nation for sending me all these clips. Very valuable, Ben. Like you have a long stretch. You have big arms throughout the nation. Have your Mitz Nation, have all your fans send you little clips of all the head coaches talking. You're going to pick up some keen insight.
Okay. Send them, especially deep south, getting ready for the SEC season. I need all the help I can get.
We're going to the Super Bowl together. Is that guaranteed?
Well, I know I'm going Super Bowl week.
Is that guaranteed? No.
Yes.
Is it or no? Is it guaranteed?
Yes, we're going. Guaranteed.
And you're paying for everything, right? You're hooked for the tickets. You're hooked for the rooms. I'll pay the food. I'll pay the souvenirs. I'll pay my plane fare. But everything else is on you. Is it guaranteed?
Let me make some calls. It's guaranteed.
So it's not guaranteed yet.
Let me make some calls.
You're allowed to say it. It's not guaranteed yet.
We're going to be down there for Super Bowl week. I know that.
No. Just say it. It's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Well, Stu, love getting up, waking up, getting our minds right. We're ready to roll. We're facing the week. BuyRNR.com. Check out Cameo, me and Stu on there. But thanks to Dude Wipe, Stella Blue. I mean, there's nothing better than waking up with some high energy with Stu Feiner. I'm fired up to face the day. Thank you for giving us your time this morning.
Ben, I love you. I would die for you. Tyler, I love you. I would die for you. Dave Portnoy, may God bless you with all the riches in the world, all the pussy in the world. May your dog live forever. May you never have cancer. May your hair grow, even though I don't know if it's actually real. May you keep your beautiful God-given body. The king of all media, Dave Portnoy. Fucking love you, Ben. Fucking love you, Tyler. Fucking love you, Dave Portnoy.
As do I. Hell yeah. Let's get them. Check out the Office Olympics this afternoon. And let's have a day, boys. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Thank you, Betty.